That they did. They had the one of the big favorite teams to go through the competition. However, Secret haven't had a flawless day, but they definitely had a very convincing game up against IG.
Because they're actually going up against a team that did manage to take a loss.
They did.
Or take a win against Secret.
At the same time, the general talk around the water cooler is the fact that Fnatic just completely outdrafted Secret in game 2.
I don't care if it's an outdraft or an outplay, that's still a win. If you outdraft Secret, I'm almost even more impressed than outplaying them, honestly. Because they, along with EG, are two of the teams most respected, definitely in the Western scene for their strong drafts. And of course, LGD, their counterpart over in China for drafting.
All right, how does our draft unfold this time around? It was the Queen of Pain of Mushi that carried them to victory up against Team Secret.
And they had a Bloodseeker on Ohio as well.
They did. They did. And the Jara Cup was another part of that. It's going to be banned out. The SF also removed. That's also a bit of a respect against Mushi. No way you want to give that to him. And actually ban the Queen of Pain themselves, as IG do have first pickup.
The thing about...
That's like respect both ways to Ferrari and Mushi.
The thing about respect banning against Mushi is that he has a player pool vaster than most mid players could ever dream of. Like, the guy at TI3, I think it was, they played like everything and just did phenomenal.
He played more heroes than any other player at TI3.
Yeah. I think he had, like, he played the same hero twice or something, and in almost every other game he played a new hero.
Yep.
Just phenomenal. That was when he played back in Orange.
Yeah, Orange Esports, third position at TI. Oh, we have Bloodseeker and Dazzle being drafted up by Mushi up against Tuskar.
Yeah, and IG themselves, they were running the Bloodseeker against Secret, but not to much success. They managed to counter it pretty well. Or just, you know, it didn't seem like IG managed to get much footing against Secret.
Yeah, I like to say there was a moment, but it was very fleeting.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there was the early game when there was a tower dive, and they meanwhile got a kill on the mid lane solo as their Bloodseeker, so that was really, really well done.
Remaining.
But meanwhile, we're gonna see how this game unfolds as Tusk for
Reserve
IG,
time.
very strong and reliable hero, and Leshrac will not be seen in this game as well. Highlight.
To all the people who are tuning in on the live stream.
Hey man.
So we bring it back. Okay, so Tusker rarely gets through. What are we looking to combo with a Tusker? Like, what's the goal here? If you don't have a Dazzle, you're not looking for a heal bomb. I don't want to mention the T word.
Techie. Techie.
He'll be banned in the second phase if you don't pick him now.
Take it now.
But is a Chinese team really...
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
No?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Undying.
Thought so.
Dire team ban.
So,
a lot better choice.
Well, they still have the chance to make a Techie. It's never too late. Never forget. If Fnatic don't ban it, I would, you know, kick it in their face just for not respecting the combination of Tuskar and Techie.
10 seconds remaining.
But, of course, Tuskar and Undying, just really strong fighting heroes.
5
not
seconds
the most amazing push heroes yet, though. On the other hand, Fnatic have secured their own push in the sense that they have Dazzle, good right-clicking from Bloodseeker. So I always look to that, because every team is drafting very fight-heavy currently. But you also need to have something after the fight, or some sustainability, so you can keep going. Else you're just going to have a fight, maybe you win it because you have good fighting heroes, and then you have to back. Yeah. That's just not enough. That won't cut it.
Okay. Surprised Naga actually takes this long to also get banned out. But knowing you're picking up an Undying, it just makes a lot of sense to get rid of her Song of the Siren. Too easy to clean up the
10 seconds remaining.
And Rubik, and then directly into Razor. Surprisingly, like, you're happy to pick up Razor this early. I doubt IG would have been thinking, yeah, let's grab Razor.
Yeah, good respect to the Rubik ban, though, as well. I mean, a lot of the Eastern teams really love to run their Rubik support. And I'm kind of sad that it's banned out, because it's a very fun and exciting hero to watch.
Oh, yeah.
But it is going to be banned out here by Fnatic. So they're not looking for fun, they're looking to win. Bloodseeker, Dazzle, and Razor starting to become a pretty strong team. If they can get a little bit of a network lead, they can already snowball very, very hard. But IG, on the other hand, their team fight can be very terrifying if they get a good combo with their Undying here.
That they can be. And also another thing to keep in mind too, if they want to do it, because I know we were playing around with this when we were like trying to work out exactly how Undying is going to mechanically work. You can still also go Pugna with Undying, because you can decrepify that tombstone, which makes it very difficult for heroes like Razor, Bloodseeker to get rid of it. In fact, anyone
and
to
for
get rid of it.
anyone thinking so, no, Toby's not wrong. This is actually something that wasn't highlighted enough in the changelogs.
We just assume.
I mean, there might be someone out there thinking that you're wrong. Not saying that you have been wrong before, Toby, but it is pretty potent combo. It is kind of all in though, and now going into the Witch Doctor, I believe they're kind of saying no to that train and just gonna rely on the Witch Doctor with ulti, which also is very strong along with the Tombstone. It makes it very hard to fight against the Tombstone.
Yep.
And if you have enough zombies on you already, and then Witch Doctor pops ulti, you're in a tough spot.
Yeah, not to mention the zombies like Sigil also from the Tuskar, Ice Shards. Yeah. All of these things are really difficult to get away from. I'm actually surprised we didn't see more Witch Doctor in this competition so far, because he's just so powerful.
Yeah. I'm a total proponent for picking Witch Doctor in this patch, and been mentioning him a little bit more as well, but people have, you know, they have been playing a lot of Lina support, some Lion support, going into other alternatives, liking the burst damage a lot.
Yeah.
And I must say, Lina Lion, they work beautifully along with the heroes like Tusk, because he just bursts so hard. And here we go, here's the Shadow Shaman, adding even more push and sustainability, well, not sustainability, but just pushing power.
This is classic Fnatic, really. Like, this is their old school kind of way of playing. We got a lot of team fight, we got a lot of survivability. We needed something in push that wasn't just waiting for a Razor to have an Aghanim Scepter, so you get the Shadow Shaman mass up and boards up and running. The issue is still going to be the fact that IG's counter push is really, really good, and their ability to clean up the wards isn't too shabby either.
Yeah, definitely. And they're, you know, if you get farm on a PL, he turns into such a monster.
10 seconds
and they don't
remaining.
have the best heroes to deal with the PL either. They have, you know, some AoE from Bloodseeker and Razor, but that's really easy to avoid. And Shadow Shaman, if he ever gets that close to PL, he better hope that he has his entire team with him, or else he's gonna die.
It's like level 4 Ether Shock. Maybe I can kill all the PLs in one go.
Yeah, let's
actually, until he gets like a more tanky item, like there's just Diffusal and Drums and Treads.
Yeah.
Ether Shock should be able to get rid of most of those illusions.
It does deal a lot of damage, but that's assuming that the Shadow Shaman actually have a decent level progression, which is a very important point. If he has an early level 6, he can do so much more, but if he does not, the game can be very difficult.
Because it's all about those timing pushes. Like with Mass Serpent wards, the second they come off cooldown, you should be looking to make an objective. Tier 1 tower, Roshan, or team fight. These are the 3 things for you. And also the positioning of the wards when they get planted. They should be in a position where you can inflict damage to buildings if you are doing like a team fight as well. So I really, really want to watch the Shaman very, very closely to see his positioning. I also want to see what IG do as far as laning goes. Because right now you've got a Tuskar and an Undying. Both are capable of running the offlane. But both are also capable of being supports. PL's in there, so we assume we're just missing a mid from IG. That's why the Viper was banned out.
Team pick.
Fnatic, a little bit more easier to tell now that the ES is picked.
Very nice Shaker pickup. I think that was probably another option that IG were thinking about banning when they banned out the Broodmother. Because they didn't want to get run over on their safe lane. They wanted to farm up for sure. But on the other hand, they can't ban out a PL counter when they ban out the Broodmother. So Shaker gets through. Very nice pickup here for Fnatic. And I like the point that you made earlier about using your ulti every time it's off cooldown. On a hero like Shadow Shaman, that is very important. And there are some other alternatives or options that are similar in that regard. Like Rupture, for example, and Bloodseeker. You really want to look for pickoffs as soon as it is available. Yep. And that's why some people like to go for Shadowblade, just so you can sneak in.
Ooh.
What? Brewmaster?
Really?
Okay, then.
A signature of Ferrari, but it's the last selection.
Oh, he's one of the last. They're, you know, they're endangered, these Brewmasters.
He really is.
Pretty much like pandas, just not actual pandas, though.
Well, I don't think we were expecting the man with the brew, but it's coming up now. Okay, how is he meant to lane against what? Actually, maybe that's the reason why he's doing it. They're realizing Mushi's going to run the Bloodseeker in the mid. The Brewmaster's not too bad one-on-one against him.
It is not.
But at the same time, Fnatic, maybe it's time for them to switch their lanes up.
Maybe they will put a safe lane Bloodseeker or even an off lane Bloodseeker. Like, there are so many laning options right now.
You could actually run like an aggro tri lane even if you wanted to.
You could go aggro tri, safe lane
Put Earthshaker in the mid if you wanted.
Aggro tri is extremely good
5 seconds remaining.
The Earthshaker on the tri lane. And then safe Bloodseeker and mid Razor, that would be a very strong way to lane it. But as I said, it all comes down to double, triple, and quintuple mind games. See what happens.
I'm looking forward to it, man, and we'll see how everything will unfold as we enter in now to game number 1 of Fnatic versus IG. The third round of series of games today is the first day of the group stages. Welcome to everyone who is tuning in as well, over on the main stream, everyone who's tuning in on Dota TV, as well as on YouTube live streams, the stream platform, and anywhere else around the world. However you're tuning in, greetings and salutations.
Warm welcome to everyone, of course, who enjoys watching Dota, and there's going to be plenty of it. This is our last series, but there will be people taking over after us as well.
Yeah, we have Mon Capitalist as well as Blitz coming in. They'll be replacing us at the end of the day. But we're Toby and Waga. We're the bling bling combo.
Yeah, we get the morning shift every day. We warm up the booth.
30 seconds to battle.
When we wake up in the morning, we wake up to the foghorn.
Alright, so let's see what they're actually doing here on the first minute. It seems that Fnatic are completely going to control the bottom rune. They have also been spotted by the early ward dropped by the Tuskar on bottom. So they have seen that Fnatic are powering down on that bounty rune, whereas Ohio is trying to sneak and steal this top rune, but it's going to be dangerous to do so. He's going to block off the Brewmaster, maybe?
He'll just let it go.
It's too risky.
There's no reason to really try and contest that. Just let him have it. It's almost a pleasure. No, it's not almost. It is a pleasure to watch the Brewmaster. I'm just really worried it's going to turn into a bitter sensation in my mouth when Ferrari just gets nailed so hard.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see how it works, but he's not on the lane that he would be dreaming of, as it's not the Bloodseeker mid. It is, in fact, a safe lane Bloodseeker with the Dazzle as well. However, he has Faith. Faith is here. And help him out a little bit.
At the same time, Johnny's also here with KOAXY. He'll leech a couple of the early levels. The static link forces Ferrari off the lane, but he does get his early bottle, so we're going to turn into like this, clap farm kind of style for Ferrari.
I mean, he just wants his bottle as early as possible. He got it immediately when he picked up his bounty rune, and if he gets to boots as well, he can pretty reliably take runes and farm just with the spells that he has.
Is Johnny overstaying his welcome here? Ferrari's going to get up in their face, but what is Johnny really bringing to this lane as a Shadow Shaman?
Yeah,
Mushy, actually trouble bottom lane. I think got caught in ice shards underneath the tower, trying to run away. Decay dropped him low, and Lure just punches him down. And that's first blood going the way of Invictus Gaming. Good start.
Terrible start there for Fnatic. They're safe lane Bloodseeker. You cannot die on that roll. That's super crucial.
The Dazzler was busy trying to do counter warding.
Yeah, and that's going to give such a good start to Luo now. And of course, Faith is happy to be part of that kill as well.
And now Johnny comes down, they snowball under. It's all on Kerchik. They get the tombstone down. This will help them fight. In fact, Johnny, he might even be in more trouble. They're getting rid of the tombstone, but Mushy is losing so much life. The decay does the work. And is there any more damage? No more snowball. But Johnny, Shadow Shaman is just such a slow hero. 1 second till decay. They already get the kill. It's 3-0. Invictus Gaming just opening up a new one on the bot lane.
We're like, yeah, Tusk and Undying, but how are they gonna lane it? Yeah, they just go down there and take over. They show it's their lane, they own it, and they're running this now. Haste Rune is gonna be picked up by
might be in trouble too. Chuan? No.
Yeah.
Sorry, once I saw the Paralyzing Cast come out, and also Ferrari moving in, if they got a clap, combining with the first level up in Malediction, Ohio would have been licking his wounds. He's already down to 1 tango on an offlane Earthshaker.
That would have been very.
It would have been more than a snowball. It would have been an avalanche for IG.
Yeah.
Like, you would have lost your offlaner. You've basically lost your safe lane already.
Yeah, definitely. That was a weird Fisher by Shaker just holding. I don't know. Just watching the other lanes as well, trying to look for some salvation here for Fnatic as their safe lane is just crumbling already.
Ferrari getting up in KOXY's face. KOXY's going to be able to steal a lot of damage every single time, but that's why Ferrari's trying to clap farm, but he's 5-1 up against 15-12. KOXY has destroyed this mid lane. That's your upside, Waga.
Yeah, KOXY has this unlocked. He definitely does. Doing a good job. He had the help from the Shadow Shaman in the beginning. So, doing really well. Top here, John being annoying.
Yeah, they're TPing in. Johnny's on the way in. The Fissure, though, on the wrong side. So, Johnny, this TP is for nothing. They need to have the shackles go to work.
Yeah. Too bad he couldn't get the proper Fissure there. Nice try, though, with the TP. But yeah, this Brewmaster is really struggling to get anything at all. He does have the haste rune, of course, but the last hitting from KOXI has been really good.
Maybe it's a point too where IG have to consider, but they can't really rotate Chuan into that mid. Like, he's not going to be able to do that much.
Yeah, no, I don't think John should run there.
Do you just wait for level 6 brew? Like,
yeah.
is that all it comes down to? Ferrari, in the meantime, just gets as much farm and wait for level 6?
It's nice to get Blink Dagger early on brew, but the main reason that you put him in is to get levels fast. If you get level 7, 6 is nice, but 7 is really when you start killing people so strongly, because your nuke is just phenomenal. It deals so much damage. But, of course, the ulti is hard.
Johnny coming back to the middle. He still needs to find some levels here. He's got Shackle as well as his Ether Shock, but that's all.
He's not finding a lot, is he, on Shadow Shaman?
Not really. Well, she's actually found a hell of a lot of CS with his bot lane. All things considered, 20 for 2 up against an 11 for 1.
I actually don't know how he did that, but yeah, he has recovered the last hit really well.
I can tell you it's not from just jungle farming. That's just not possible for him.
Yeah. I mean, Bloodseeker is extremely good at last hitting, and he played very aggressively farming when he died the first time there. More like, you farm a lot, but you also give away a lot when you die there. Now, rotation bottom coming in here. Tron is being brought in. No lane ward for the side of Fnatic.
This could be a potential chance for IG. But what are you going to be doing right now? Is it a roll in and then with the paralyzed cast on the back? Oh, that's exactly what it is. It's just a roll into the decay with the blood right, which is trying to make it difficult. But the paralyzing casket, you're going to bounce around. The malediction's already on Mush. They need a little bit more damage to help him pop. Now that Shallow Grave's going to wear off before the malediction does. So one more pop isn't enough. And with the shards, he's actually been blocked in. Luo, there's no way to chase it. In the meantime, yeah, he actually kills off Earthshaker by himself.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Nice solo kill there. Peel is so dangerous to go up against. The amount of spam they can throw the Spirit Lance, super dangerous. Didn't even have to use his enchanted mango there, so he keeps that as well. Nice for him.
So another kill for IG. They rack it up to 4. Overall, they've already got, in just the space of 5 minutes, already managed to pick up 2,000 net worth advantage. Experience is 1,500.
Yeah, that's pretty big considering how hard they're losing mid. Like, mid is definitely not going their way. Still only looking at 12 CS, 13 now, just slowly pulling his farm in.
Ferrari's actually doing pretty decently, considering his lack of CS.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough lane. It's very tough.
Yeah.
You can't even spam Drunken Haste that reliably because there's the unstable current dealing damage to you every time you do it. There are downsides. Oh, the rune is denied.
That's frustrating. Ferrari is coming down to pick that little sucker up, and it's an easy move up from Kerchik. And attacks from the high ground.
Very nice there by Dazzle.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Good control over this top lane. The ES, despite being 1v1, can't really touch the creeps that much.
Well, it's kind of difficult, man.
Like 79.1% win rate on Brewmaster. So he has the highest win rate on Brewmaster out of any player with 25 games or more.
He's a talented kid, Ferrari.
He's very, very good. If he gets his Blink Dagger and Aghanims, he can do wonders with it. Or even if he just gets the Blink and BKB, because sometimes you need that against Rasta, Instant Hex.
Should also point out the fact they're going to flash farm Ferrari in a moment. Once you got the 4 points up in the clap, they've got a triple stack inside the Dire jungle.
Yeah, they are stacking up and preparing for him.
While on bottom lane, Luo and Faith going back to the lane, but Kerchik as well as Johnny, they're just waiting in the wings for their time to shine. There's Mushy, Decay, just a little bit of shard harass, nothing more.
Yeah, Sabi doesn't do much as he just denies two creeps immediately and full HP again.
Radiant structures are fortified.
This Dire Observer Ward on the side. Now, this is actually one of these weird wards to talk about, because Undying walked down the river to this point and then threw the ward down, then backed up instantly. So the second you do that, you should be flagging the fact that Observer Ward was going down.
Yeah.
But Fnatic weren't looking for it, so they didn't ping it at the time, and they haven't dewarded it since.
Always the mind games. You gotta keep your eye on the enemy sports always. If they have a ward on them, just, you know, good track of that. Click your opponents as often as possible.
Yep. Keep tabs.
And he's gonna rush straight into Blink Dagger, of course. Oh, okay. I thought the Dazzle was stuck there for a second. Gonna be fine.
Try to shut him down. That should reveal the fact that the
They need to use the Brewmaster ulti. They should try and force a fight bottom. He wants to run around and go down here.
It would be nice, because they're getting a lot in the other lane, so you start off with your shards, just harassing into Mushy, but...
they're gonna back off.
Yeah.
Oh, Rasta is actually kind of stuck there, so he's gonna stay for a while.
They realize, because you got Chuan farming mid. Though Chuan's finding some really good levels. Also notice too what he's prioritizing. 2 points Malediction, 2 points Paralyzing Cask. So you don't actually have the ulti yet, obviously. They're waiting for that in the mid. But there's no Voodoo Restoration. So Kerchik, a quick TP out. They drop the Tombstone. They're sacrificing the Tier 1 tower.
Johnny is just trying to hide the best he can, but oh boy. Gigs up, Johnny.
Can't stay in the trees forever.
No, he was listening.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
In return, Fnatic, they can at least do some damage to this Tier 1 tower. Fortification is going to make it difficult. This Undying Tombstone's made this a lot easier for IG to force down the tower.
Yeah, it's just tower trades going on right now. Not much that Fnatic can do to teamfight against the Undying and Brewmaster ulti.
Yep.
So they're just respecting that, but at the same time, they're not punishing the PL. He's just farming away as well.
Bottom tower is
well, how are you
under
meant to punish a PL? You don't have enough control. He's just going to doppelganger away every time.
Well, you have to do something though.
True.
Right now you're losing towers and PL is free farming. So, this is losing out too much.
But what's the something? What's the something? Like you've got an Undying as well as a Brewmaster. You don't want a team fight into that one. Yeah. The PL you can't just gank him straight.
No, it's pickoffs. You have to go for a disable gank. But right now it's very hard as the Shadow Shaman is only level 3. He doesn't have a single point into the Hex yet. So all of this is very, very difficult.
So many stacks everywhere. Ferrari found a triple. Oh, actually, he found a double stack and made a triple. Johnny's the one who's in trouble. They dropped the Tombstone. Malediction will actually kill him at this point. Johnny knows he's dead. He does as much as he can before death.
They're gonna try and fight for this stack. They don't want to have it stolen. They work try and...
That's a dangerous fight to take, though.
Yeah, I don't think they can.
You still got PL farming top. He's not stopping. And he actually bought BTs to start with. Ferrari, straight TP out, and they do take the stack.
Nice to see that the good old TP out against Bloodseeker still works sometimes. Most of the times nowadays, it's just, oh, you want to TP out against Bloodseeker? Oh, he just runs up and punches you 2 times and you're dead. Luckily, he's a Brewmaster, immune to that kind of stuff.
Kind of surprised Burning goes for such a build. Like, it's very split push orientated, like, comes in at the very, very last moment.
Burning knows his farming. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, I believe him to know the fastest way to get high farm in a game like this.
It kind of flags the fact, though, like, IG do not want to fight early on.
Yeah.
Well, until this, Blink in for Ferrari, in for the split, and the Paralyzing Cask holding Ohio and KOH with Ohio! Echo Slam off, he'll get a revenge call on the Witch Doctor, he's still not dead yet. Trying to run away from these PL illusions, and not successful, not while the Brewmaster is there, throw out the Boulder Dash, and now the Tombstone also being dropped. A 2-for-1 trade-off. It was a lot more messier, primarily just because of the Echo.
Yeah, it definitely was. Also, speaking to the Boots of Travel and as to whether you want to fight or not early, I think he just realizes we already have so much for team fighting. We have the Tombstone, the Brewmaster split, we have Tuskar, who innately is a very good fighter. I don't need to buy fighting items early, I can just focus on getting at the critical point of farm as soon as possible. So, smart itemization, I think. All of them looking to do pretty good now. Master has his Power Treads and Blink, which is respectable considering his lane definitely.
Well, they managed to get the stack inside the Radiant jungle, and then the stack inside their own jungle, plus the being involved in the 2 kills in mid.
Yeah, they also have 2 mana boots up already, which is really nice for their entire team. All of them can use that mana pretty well. Sometimes you even want to go mana boots on Brewmaster, but he doesn't have to since they have Undying and Tusk.
It's kind of also nice when Faith gets so much farm, because he can just go into Greaves later on too.
Yeah. Oh, Greaves would be amazing in this game, negating so much of the physical damage. There is plenty from Fnatic.
Fnatic got really some time too. Mushi's on a good timer, like, the Hand of Mice isn't too late.
Yeah.
But it's just that window of opportunity where IG realize, okay, well, Bloodseeker, what does he really bring when he's Treads, Poor Man, Shield, and Midas?
Yeah, that's true. He does not bring much
Dyer's
right now.
top tower is under
he was
attack.
down as he ran down here, and now they see him again with the ward. Maybe they will be able to pick him off. But they need to get the Rupture on him, and they do have a defensive ward as well.
And he's got BTs. Like, doppelganger the BTs out all the time, or he's actually just going to go straight to the top lane.
He runs away.
More farm to be had.
And he baited a lot of people to just try and go on him there. However, they will try and transition into push down here.
Difficult. Paralyzing Cask is going to slow this down.
15 seconds, Primal Split. Almost messed up again.
Mass Open Wall's going to be committed, which means Fortification's going to delay this push. They kind of need to, or else this tier 1 tower just drops. So yep, there it comes. So Shards to get rid of all those range creeps, also locking KYXY in a bit of a pit. PL still forcing out the top lane.
Not looking to commit.
Well, not going to fight into it.
Don't care that much against the tier 1 tower.
Dyer's bottom tower has been denied. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I think they should go and farm the wards afterwards when the enemy back, because it's so much gold.
Problem is, I don't know when the enemy backs. Actually, they're going to smoke. It's a 3-man smoke to gank.
Yeah.
And where do they go? Like, KYXY is going to be the first man, but he's standing in the perfect position. Blink up for Ferrari, gets a double, and straight into the split. They'll isolate KYXY while sending Dazzle up into the air. No Shallow Grave. He'll hit the ground in a moment. The one charge from KYXY bought enough time that the Shallow Grave can come off, so they move over and Kerching. They've done him the TP. There's just Storm Ruling up into the air. The Shaman's down as well. And this will be KYXY joining him in death as he hits the ground finally.
Yeah, and 2 kills there for Faith. Again, really gonna speed up that mech timing on dying. And this is fighting without the PL at all. So he's just happily farming meanwhile. And he's gonna go out and find actually the
Dyer's top tower is
scare him
under
out
attack.
of his jungle. Yes. This is my place. Get out.
Too easy for IG, really. 11-1 in their favor.
Really tough start here for Fnatic.
Yeah.
And once again, we see Bloodseeker struggling. Like, I mean, as in the secret game as well. Having a very tough start here.
A tough start for him when PL's had such a fantastic beginning. Like 1,200 gold over on this PL. With PTs, you know he's going to be farming faster. Ohio, the lance on him, but at the same time, Tuskar's going to arrive. He doesn't want to actually fish because, well, Snowball protection packs up. They're waiting for the last lance from Burning to just get the last hit in.
Oh, those deaths are so painful when you have 1,500 gold after a death. You know that, you set your Blink Dagger timing back by dying there. Really hurts.
It's the 2 cores now for IG with 2 kills apiece. So Burning's got 2, Ferrari's got 2. Obviously, there's still 12 kills on the board, but most of them belong to Undying, who's got 5.
5-0 and 5 Undying. He really has been part of a lot of action top. We see now Mushi gonna get brought down here by the snowball combo with the PL as well.
And when you get the Walrus punch up, PL now with a level 2 in his Juxtapose.
He was gonna play safe there, but the Blink Dagger caught him off guard. Thought he was...
Life is just so hard. So hard for Fnatic. Like, KYXY tries to force him back, but he doesn't even have mech. So his survivability is purely based on what Dazzle gives him.
I mean, he's gonna have the same mech timing as a support Undying, so that's not looking good at all for them.
Brew ulti up in 13 seconds time.
Yeah, and that's also talking about Razor had a very good laning stage, so very tough. And as you said, Brew ulti's up, always look for action. Keep going, look for these opportunities.
Yep.
And they're actually gonna go for Roshan here, or at least
Dyer's
try maybe.
top tower is under attack.
They're actually gonna turning, they're not sure.
Yeah, they want kills. They got Nimbus rune on Ferrari, which is just a ticket to kill.
Yeah.
Because you highly doubt Fnatic will have enough money for sentry wards.
And Ketchigimba seems like he could very well go out there.
He's using Weave to scout. Now, the scouting was nice, and it does see Chuan and Faith because the Weave remains, but they just blink down and they find Mushi again. This will be his 3rd death of the game. You get a Blood Ride up, actually the Shallow Grave keeping him up, but you've got a Tombstone, and there's that Brewmaster ulti going to go to work again, sending him up towards the air. So goodbye to your Bloodseeker, goodbye to your Dazzle, and probably goodbye to your Tier 1 and potentially Tier 2 tower in mid.
Yeah. They did take the Tier 1 top, but again losing the Bloodseeker and losing the Dazzle, this really hurts them. And Ferrari just playing so well as well. His Brewmaster immediately cancelling the TPs when he splits.
They go on top. They won't see Johnny in time to cancel off the TP. Well, we had to reach him because the Blink was already used to get these shards out. But that Earthshaker is a Blink Dagger. If IG kept pushing then, it would have really backfired on them.
He managed to farm that entire thing. He got the last hit top on the tower, I believe. Oh no, actually that could have been Rasta got that. But still, the tower gold will get closer. Oh, they smoked under an Observer Ward. They get pinged out as well, so 100% IG knows what Rasta and Shaker are doing.
And if they wanted, they could just, like, if Ferrari gets his Blink Dagger back off cooldown, it could just get to a point where they can break the smoke.
Yeah.
With a Vladimir's up on him, he's already very tanky as it is, and maybe even be able to fight directly.
Maybe. You don't really want to risk that, though, against something like Fisher that can stun you out from the Fog of War range.
This feels like Fnatic's final, like, YOLO play. Like, if this doesn't work, there's no way they can really win this game. Observer Ward comes down, and Chuan, he's even going to be able to deep-ward it straight away. That's just really unfortunate.
Yeah, they're backing out, running into her own jungle with the tail between their legs. Just like, yeah, we couldn't find anything.
You don't want to have this happen. With the Vladimir's on Ferrari, they can just pop into Roshan IG because you got the Medallion of Courage over on Witch Doctor.
Yeah, and Vlad's works so well together with their team as well. It's going to buff up, of course, the Brewlings when you split, but also works really well for the Tuskar, works well for the PL. Beautiful item pickup.
Fun times ahead for IG.
Yeah, definitely. Well, 1-15. Let's have a dream. Let's have a dream, Fnatic.
The dream is IG go for Roshan. They have almost like 75% of the weave effect on, and then Ursha gets a 5-man Echo Slam. The Mass Open Wars trap all of IG inside the pit, and Razor just Plasma Fields and Eye of the Storms as they try and come out. And Bloodseeker Blood Rights them. That's the dream.
I was gonna say the dream was to get one more kill, but yeah, that would be also that's also a nice.
I dream big, Waga.
Yeah,
I dream big.
Never stop, Toby. They definitely want to go on Burning here. If they run up with Johnny now, they are going for it.
This is not going to be enough. Johnny's too far away, and now the blink up to Snowball. They weren't expecting him to be there. The Master towards Cast. It's Luo who's taking all the damage until Megden arrives and Soul Rip. Ohio, TP, not in time. Johnny now will also try his luck, but both are coming up with Snake Eyes.
Yeah, he didn't have time to cast his Fissure there. If he had 4 points into his Aftershock already, then he could probably have done that, but Shaker just didn't have time before the Doppelganger. There's quite a bit of casting time for the Fissure.
PL is now basically finished up, is almost his full diffuser plate.
Yeah, and he already has the Asha and Travels. We're talking before 20 minutes, so with this Roshan, if he gets the last hit on it, he's going to have the entire...
He's actually dropping his bottle for the Aegis model. And he should be looking to sell that bottle because that will let him just have the whole shebang.
Yeah, very nice stuff going on for Burning. He's enjoying this. He never says no to some free farm.
I'm trying to remain positive, Waga.
Okay, well, on a positive note, they always have the possibility of killing the enemy team, Toby. If IG mess up, if they go like, oh, look, a penny, and just stack up as 5, Shaker can just wreck him.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Do you have a penny, Toby?
I do not own a penny. I am not from England. Or from America. Pennies are in both countries, right?
Casters do not own single pennies.
I have a cent. A 1 cent piece.
Yeah.
It's tiny.
Honestly, the comeback mechanic for them in this game is really, really hard to pull off. There's no good way to clear the stacks. There's no, they're really good deep wards by IG as well, so they have full track on where they're moving. Top lane now trying to pursue onto the Bloodseeker. He has to TP out immediately and still loses half his health to this army of PL. This is looking grim.
When Burning gets a little bit more damage behind him, those kind of TP don't even be possible. You talked about it before. Normally a TP out from against a Bloodseeker doesn't even work. In this case, TPing out from a PL is soon not going to function either. And in fact, he TP'd into the mid. So the Bloodseeker TP'd out. There's nothing that's really being expended by Fnatic apart from the fact that Echo Slam's still on cooldown for another 7 seconds.
Yeah.
But that's IG was forcing it anyway.
IG want to get a chance to use their primal split. I think they're going to go for the bottom tier 2 push though, as that tower is a little bit easier to force than the mid. There are less places to hide for a Shaker, for example. So we'll see if they actually go there. Seems that the 5-man Dota is going to start now. With the Aegis on PL, I see no reason to slow down. Just keep going here.
Yeah. And let Burning go nuts. Like, he can just like throw out Lances, Doppelganger in, do as much damage as he wants, take away all the mana from Shaman.
Yeah,
Earthshaker as well. But, like, if he gets 1 Lance on Earthshaker, then the team for the Fnatic is basically dead.
Tower is under attack.
Definitely. And he's very high level as well. He's level 15. Soon gonna have that max level ulti, and when he gets 1 more point in Doppelganger, that 10-second cooldown is also brutal.
Every team fight just... You don't even have to buy much time. He TP's top, Mushy, how much damage have you got? Not enough yet. Yeah.
That's the 2nd time in a row. That's literally what Mushy has to do right now. He runs up top, tries to farm a little bit, PL is there, he has to TP out. That's the play now, the last 3 minutes or so. And meanwhile, PL has also been part of taking bottom tower, going for objectives, doing so much more, being more productive. The struggle. Look at KYXY hiding in the trees.
It's the other thing he could do. Like, he went to the dire jungle to find a little bit of farm and then just get the hell out. He needs to find the BKB. Like, that even then, that's not going to be enough.
I'm pretty sure there's a point to be made that the more TPs you have done to your base, the worse the game is going for you in general. You TP out, that's when you're a winner. Keep the base, that's when you're in a bad spot. That's all they are doing right now, Fnatic. Pushing out and then getting scared and having to TP away.
But what else can you do? Like, you have every right to be scared. This team has almost a 12,000 goal advantage in Earthshaker. Yep, they blew him up.
They can hex him instant.
Do they have more? And Doppelganger, jump out. Which one's real? They actually hex the real one, as well as chain him up. Rupture's there. Bernie's got nowhere to go. He just tries to create a couple of illusions, buys up his Sanj before he dies.
Oh, that is a lot of golds.
Not the full thing, though, just the recipe as well as the belt.
Yeah, interesting. They started buying the Sanj instead of waiting for a full Manta, but against the Shaker, you don't really want to add more illusions necessarily. Yeah. So you're fine with that. That's 1,640 gold for killing 1 PL.
That's nice, man. But there's still so much money on the rest of IG. I'm looking at a Witch Doctor who's 2,000 away from having an Ags upgrade.
Yeah. But more importantly, they also achieved their dream. Or my dream.
Your dream? To get 1 pick off.
No, my dream was that they would get 1 pick off.
My dream is a little harder for them.
Yeah. So demanding.
My dream is almost like Mission Impossible style.
Yeah, I've seen your Mission Impossible Furion.
My Mission Impossible Furion's amazing! Don't you dare. Don't you dare, Waga.
Okay, so they're actually gonna smoke up now on IG, trying to go with Ferrari and Faith and John going into the enemy base here.
Well, again, it's back to that point we're talking about. You've got Brewmaster split up. At the same time, Shadow Shaman's always had his wards up and never really found an opening.
Well, they have seen that everyone's teams to be playing very aggressive on top. They keep going there to gank their carry on top lane and trying to find anyone here farming Ancients, but there's no good Ancient farming hero. Go deeper.
They got the Dire Observe ward to remain on top, so at least they know if anyone's going to be there. And Burning will be the bait in mid.
Yeah, smoking in for the wards is very nice. So, yeah, that is a good point at least.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And now the tier 2 tower. The Blood Ride's going to take care of the first part of the creep wave, but it's a little bit early, so the next wave just comes in alright.
Tower is under attack.
So there's no problems whatsoever. While the Mass Serpent Ward's on the top tier 2 tower, is forcing a TP back from Invictus Gaming. So Burning will come. Where there's money, there is Burning.
Yeah, definitely. He's always going to keep farming if he can, and these wards actually give so much gold, and he's cleaning it up very easily. They're trying to set up a trap for him, 13 seconds for the ulti, but they're actually in a trap themselves. They see it though.
They need to run away. The blink's up. Where's the shards? Where's the vision? There's the shards. There's the TP.
Yeah.
Well, okay, they didn't realize the TP happened, but they dropped the tombstone just in case.
Yeah, they just drop it, trying to find anyone really, clearing some trees and see if it spawns a zombie. So, seems that they might just be going for the top push now. IG looking pretty ready to fight, it seems like. What do they... oh, they have 3.2k gold on Brewmaster, so he's stacking up. Curious to see if he's going to go for that Aghanims. He does have the gem on Brewmaster, which is very, very nice. And D-ward so much. And even when you pop your ulti form, you still have the true sight, of course, from your Earth Panda. It sticks on that hero.
Fisher on Luo with a jump up from Iris, really committing to this. Echo Slam still available, he can throw it out and kill off Luo, and actually Snowball protects him. IG's going to leave him alone. The Blood Ride's also there, and blinks up, and he is so totally dead.
Blinking with Rupture gives him some damage. Yeah. Well, when you blink with Rupture, though, it gives you only 1 damage instance. So, you know, if you had, for say, a hero that blocks damage instances, you could get away with that.
Unfortunately, Tusker doesn't have that.
Yeah, what a bad hero.
Obviously, terrible, shouldn't have to be drafted.
So, almost full BKB on KYX by now. And he does have the full thing now. Picked it up and gonna send it out. This could make the fights a little bit more doable for them. Because right now, they're just struggling with everything.
The fights might be a little bit more doable, but at the same time, I'm also looking at a Tusker who's obviously not as close because he hasn't completed it, but he also bought his items while he's inside that snowball. So the BKB is approaching. The Witch Doctor now is 1,500 gold away from the Aghanim Scepter. And the Undying, like, he already finished up the mech, didn't really get much more than that. And goodbye, Johnny, he'll TP out.
And we are comparing a Tusk to
a Razor.
A Razor. That's... you know, not really fair, so the fact that he almost has a BKB just kind of tells how this game is going. Very, very tough game.
It is, however, a core Tusker.
It is. Well, it's a semi-core with the Undying taking a lot from it as well on laning stage. So they're kind of sharing it. They're buddies. Mostly. But in this game, I think if IG can only get like 5 more kills or so, they can probably just push high ground.
Yeah, it would look good. Burning's almost at the point too where he'll look at his next major item. Like, it could be anything. He wants to go high ground. Like between Harp, between Butterfly, either will work. Brewmaster with his BKB up and running, so Ferrari. He'll jump in, that should be a brawler before he goes in for his ultimate, and Ohio. Well, they at least control Burning, and where's that? Oh, he's snowballing a creep. I didn't think he actually managed to get in range of Ohio to do that. The Sigil will scatter to Ohio, but it also watches him leave.
Yeah, he's gone. And this is buying a lot of time for Fnatic. They're pushing out bottom with their 2 supports. The Dazzle and Rasta are just shoving this creep wave as much as they can, trying to keep their tier 2s safe, because they still have 2 tier 2 towers, and hold on to this game pretty well. The downside, though, is that it feels like PL is the ticking time bomb. No one else.
Yep.
So you're holding on, but what are you holding on to? Is it something that's going to save you or kill you?
Well, you could hope the Undying will be less effective. Maybe that's one way you could look at it. Because when it comes to your supports, the Earthshake is always going to offer so much.
Yes, definitely.
And the Shadow Shaman's Mass Serpent Wards, while... Oh, wow, they just blew double smokes. That doesn't help you. But the supports from Fnatic still do a lot of work.
Yeah, their offlaner and the supports are really good. They have the disables. Disables become more and more valuable the further you go into a game. And it's just very nice to hold high ground with. So we'll see if they can take some good team fights against IG. They're trying to smoke up and pick up anyone. Of course, we already know this jungle is empty.
Yeah. Not only do they commit 2 smokes to do this movement, but they miss all of IG. It doesn't get any saltier than this. You put up aggressive warding, but IG is either ready to take the tier 2, take the tier 3 tower on bottom lane, or just swing themselves into Roshan. If Chorn stays an extra 2-3 seconds, he will see Roshan spawn up as he just did now.
Yeah. That's unfortunate, but they dropped the Rasta wards here on top lane, and actually they are the ones contesting a tower.
No fortification, it's on cooldown, so yep, they have to let it go.
I have to say that was a very free tower for Fnatic. The smoke gank failed, but they got a tower and there was no fight going on. They didn't lose anything, Roshan was not taken. They probably thought that they were gonna trade. They believe that the enemy are on Roshan right now.
Yeah,
that's why they're pushing this aggressively, but IG are coming.
Well then again, like the weave from Kerchakimba was so deep, it didn't hit any of IG, and they could chase this one down. Snowball into KYXY, the Lancers are following too. You've still got the Fuser Blade charges, which will slow them down. And Burning, got to get to the front lines. KYXY, TP out, where's your punch? Not available, hence he does the TP.
Yeah, he used the punch very early there. Maybe if he held on to that, but it's tough to say. The BKB TP out is also fine for him. It's definitely not a bad thing. 10-second BKB used to TP out. You never want to do that, really. You're fresh, pricey BKB used like that.
Like KOXY is going to be building into a little bit more armor as the plate mail is now purchased from the secret shop.
Yeah, stacking up armor is definitely going to help a little bit. There's
goodbye mid.
Physical damage.
Goodbye mid. Yeah. Dazzle was trying to survive it, but...
Hey, that's what you get when you keep trying to push out lanes all the time as a support. Sooner or later, someone's got to call you out on your shenanigans.
It's also going to be Roshan time. Finally, Faith's going to walk in. It's like, okay, yeah, he's up. So Burning, with just a couple of illusions, can let the bottom lane do his pushing. And then Ferrari jumps in, tanks it, and they take a very quick Roshan. They don't... well, they do have Brewmaster ulti up. Tusker... everything's fine. Like, they get everything required to fight.
They have the Tombstone available, so there's no way you can really contest this.
Game 1.
Yeah, I mean, Roshing as Dire when you have Tombstone as well, it's just almost impossible to go in there. That's why Undying is so damn popular. Yes, his laning phase is pretty good. Yes, he does offer a lot of, you know, contribution into the team fights, but his Roshan, that's like the biggest point, I feel.
The Earthshaker Illusion's trying to have a bit of a look in, and it will be able to see what Roshan's up to. Yes. As you said.
Behind the ice bars, though. You don't get to visiting our circle.
Roshan has fallen
also, Exhibit now closed as he's dead. A full heart for Burning with an Aegis to the Immortal.
Oh, that's a very good sustainability item as well. Some people go for a Scotty, but he's going to try and have the item that allows him to keep going. Are they going to try and kill him? I mean, he has an Aegis. There's no point at all going on.
Even with the burst damage they get from the Echo Slam, it wouldn't be enough unless you had a huge creep wave right next to him to find the kill.
You would have to get a lot of right clicks in and perfectly not overlap your disables as well. You have the Hex, the ES stuns. Of course, you could maybe bring him down, but the amount of time that you get for the enemy to react that close to a tower, never.
Okay, it's go time, man. Chuan has a full Aghanims. Once the courier hits the base, it'll fly back out again with the full Ags. You have a Glimmer Cape now also available for Faith when it flies out too. In fact, it looks like they need to get rid of some stuff. There's too many wands there. A full BKB for Luo and the Glimmer Cape coming out.
Yeah, this is a key timing, if anything. I mean, we often talk about power peaks in Dota and how you should always play to when you are the strongest, when you pick up a lot of different, you know, key items. And that's what they're doing right now. And they use the smoke to go as well. So going with the Aegis, newly acquired BKB, fresh Aghanims on Chon, they are stronger than they have ever looked, along with the Heart on their travels field. They can definitely gank bottom.
So, well, is it just to gank bottom and then push?
I think so. Try and gank bottom and shove all the way.
But he might TP out. Yeah. 6-second cooldown on his TP. Actually, he has to wait 3 seconds. 2 seconds.
He's gonna get
Smoke's going to break on Lure. They realize he's further up. Gets the vision. Going to blink a bunch and too late.
That was close. That was real close, Mushi. Dear God.
But now IG could just group up and just force bottom lane.
Actually, 1 more second CD on this TP and he would have died there. But they will try and push out bottom now, but of course the reaction comes immediately from Fnatic as they're shoving the top lane. This is the kind of cat and mouse game that you have in Dota when you are weaker, you want to dodge the enemy, the split push a lot. Of course, now Bloodseeker has to be careful about pushing top because he has 39 second CD on his TP.
They pinged out Sean's Aghanim Scepter. Yeah. He just walked past the Radiant Observer Ward and there's a ping directly on the Witch Doctor. Could have been positioning, but more than likely his Ags.
Yeah, okay, so these two teams average the lowest amount of kills per patch.
Really?
Or per, for this patch, yeah. So,
they like to play the, you play on your side of the map?
I would say IG did their part in killing this game, but it's just Fnatic. They have a few kills to catch up. I'm sure they will get it.
Radiant's middle tower is under
they're pushing with 3 men on top. Their pushing power is next to nothing compared to Invictus Gaming.
Yeah, compared to, and also PL just dives in and starts going on them.
Fnatic just goes for it. Johnny, well, he'll be able to TP away to safety. All 3 of them will TP away to safety. But he's got 30 seconds before he can come back.
Nice stun, PL.
You don't have one.
3 heroes just TPing away in front of your nose. One of them Graves and the rest of them.
Ferrari, big jump in. The BKB beats out a Mushy. Ferrari doesn't even care. The Death Ward, however, that's a heavy commitment from Chuan.
Yeah, that's not the Aghanims Death Ward we want to see. It's pretty low cooldown though. I mean, it's just 80 seconds. It's gonna be up very soon.
If IG just make a run, they're gonna get the haste rune before it times out too, which is really, really nice. The new one spawns and it's a regeneration rune to boot.
Yeah,
that'll be bottled by the Undying.
No good old haste and DD rune.
So IG, they push top lane, they'll take the tier 2 tower. It's 1 minute till the Death Ward's back up again, and that should be by the time they reach the tier 3.
They're also starting to choke in Fnatic more now, because we have seen Fnatic push really far. We saw them up by the tier 3 on top lane, but right now, they're not really getting that far out. And considering the fact that there's PL pushing top with his Aegis and Heart, you can't do much against him. And the rest of the IG crew are gonna run together.
I like the wall positioning from Ohio. He sees everything coming at him on that top lane.
It's the anti-Tinker ward. Good old one. Really good.
Burning. Doppelganger avoids. Blood right. He can't stop this. Like, Ohio could walk in from behind, like, force off into Echo Slam, but no one else from his team wants to be part of this.
If they stacked up a lot, if they really stacked up there, he would have gone. He might still get a nice slam here since he's behind them.
Dire Observer Ward's going to scout him out the second he walks in the lane. That's why he has to force staff down through the tree line, but he already used his Blink Dagger, so they're not ready to go. The Tombstone's there, but the Earthshaker is not ready to fight. Meantime, KOXY being initiated on. BKB comes out from Ferrari. Now KOXY, no TP this time around. This time, he dies. 64 seconds on the sideline. Buyback is available, however.
They had cooldown on Blink and Force Staff there on Shaker, and no TP as well, so you can't really help the...
Ohio's still waiting. Ohio is still waiting.
Stay in the trees.
There's no good opportunity, however.
No. He's waiting for a dive, and they're like, where is this Shaker?
At least they've got Burning with no armor. So Hex in is the weave going to work.
Here we go.
And now there's your jump in for the Fisher, but he can only control Burning. But the Death Ward from Chuan is going to start bouncing around. Fnatic, they're being torn apart by it. They have to back up. The Razor might have bought back, but what's going to be left of his team? The Mass Force might be there, but the Brewmaster ulti is still causing severe havoc inside the base. The Fire Brewling can't finish the job. They're backing up on Ferrari, a quick blink away. Johnny off to the wrong side. The Dire Observer was letting him know exactly where Fnatic are moving. And IG, even though Fisher from Ohio is off target, they're away, but they didn't take racks.
Yeah.
But they did get 3 buybacks.
Yeah, true. They forced the Razor as well. 3 buybacks forced. Plenty of economic damage there, and they just got away so cleanly as well. Look at the gold on Burning. Like, he's actually buying up items now. I think he's buying the entire...
It's a full butterfly.
Yeah, exactly. The entire butterfly is on the way when he picks it up now. I don't see how you're gonna kill him. Like, your magic damage, yes, it's gonna bring him down pretty low, but it's 3k HP we're talking.
Yeah.
And then how are you gonna finish the rest when he has a butterfly? It just seems very, very difficult.
I don't know, man. I don't think there really is an answer. This PL is a beast. An absolute beast.
Top lane, they're jumping in, but BKB on Tusk.
Just a quick BKB TP out. No stun to stop him, so he's fine.
Yep. Gonna be fine. Getting away from this one.
But what's Kerchik meant to do in this bottom lane? You see a huge creep wave coming in. I can burst heal the wave. Yay.
I think Tusk is going for Lotus Orb as well, by the way. We have seen a lot of them today, and he has the plate mail now. I don't see which item he would go other than that. So, very likely. Also very good against some of these heroes. Like, against the static link, you can link back the damage, so nothing actually happens. Against Rasta, you can stop the chain disable. Just a pretty decent item.
Interesting to see Mushi's item choice. Going for Leonia. I know we were talking about it previously. If it would be a good choice, and Mushi, there's a straight DP out. How much does Burning just want to have?
He almost dies there.
He's going to buy a Basher. Like, Burning actually has to buy a Basher into Abyssal. Like,
he could definitely. It would be a strong item for appeal. Abyssal next item would make him a monster. Or he could go for MKB, but I don't see a reason to do that.
Yeah. Like, the mini bash is nice, but just having that secure every time I want to, I can stun up either Razor or the Bloodseeker, take him out of the game.
However, I don't even think that he needs to have Disable, honestly. He doesn't need to have the... He doesn't need to get these kills. He needs to be as strong as possible in the push. If he just stacks up like a Skadi on top of what he already has, he's just immortal. Like, he's not gonna die to anything. So, I think that's also a very valid choice.
Many paths he can go. He's already got the Assault Cuirass aura from the Brewmaster.
Yeah, they almost have Assault Cuirass on Fnatic as well. Razor's working hard to get it, but he needs the full recipe.
Look at him come. Burning moves forward. Almost breaking the smoke of Fnatic.
Very close.
Oh, coming underneath the Dire Observer. Now Ferrari's going to do it. BKB's goes for the clap and misses the target. Fnatic is backing the hell out of here as quick as they possibly can.
Yeah, that was some fast blink outs there. Getting away. Also forced the BKB from Brewmaster.
Too many PL illusions causing havoc inside the base. They're going to start to replicate themselves out as Burning. The man in the front lines, Doppelgangers, makes more of himself as Ferrari jumps in, goes for the split, taking the Dazzle out, and actually forcing the Shallow Grave to be used defensively. And this means KOXY, there's no safety net, especially for Mushi as well.
Mushi just dives to the Brewlings.
Yeah, he's just running around on top of him. He's down for the count.
Oh my god.
There's nothing more to really be said about this game. It's 22 for 3. In fact, it's the full 3-2-2 right now.
It is. I did say 5 more kills, Toby.
They might just call GG at this point, because you're losing top. There's no way you can fight Burning. You've got no Bloodseeker available. There's no buyback up for anyone. They've expended so much money. The only thing that will give them something is Neko Slam jump, and now this is exactly what they're doing. The Fissure in, Ferrari is low for the death ward. Chuan sitting on the back in the charge. It's a massacre. GG. IG take game number 1 against Fnatic.
326. Dear God. I mean, when you're 300 somewhat plus CS Bloodseeker gets soloed by the Brewlings, like... You're just suffering. There was nothing going right for Fnatic this game.
It was a hard knock life. IG take game number 1 in the series. We'll be coming back for game number 2 very, very soon.